Hello everyone and welcome to Farthest Frontier, an early access game you can grab on the Steam web store if you're on PC right now. This is a city building, colony survival, resource management game, which I tend to struggle with. See my Sapiens videos to see what I mean. Now I will admit here that I've been sitting on doing this game for some time. I have had it since release and been playing it as and when I can, so that I can learn the game, and I am now somewhat confident in my abilities and what I need to do for the game. My last playthrough ended in a sad affair as I had no sources of iron, which was needed for literally anything from tier 2 building lists and onwards, especially if you want to make some money. To make money you have to have a bank, to make a bank you have to have iron. So keeping that in mind, we will now delve into the world of Farthest Frontier and hopefully create a thriving settlement. What are we going to call this town? I think what we're going to call it is Fire Catton. We're going to go with Fire Catton.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
Okay. So what we're looking for is a source of water, which we have. Do we have any iron? That is my number one question. Now, if we can't find it lying around on the ground, there is a chance to find it in more mountainous areas, but it doesn't appear to be any. My very first map that I played, which was about 4, 5, 6 games before the last one that I mentioned before, that one had everything in it. And since then, I have not been able to source myself any of the resources. So iron is meant to look like silver ore. Got source of fish. We've also got some willow bush, which is also very good. Do we play this map, or do we do another real? Well, we've got a small hill here, but I don't think it's big enough to be flattened out and give us iron ore. What's this? Bird's nest. We don't really want a bird's nest. We really want the iron ore. Oh, I'm really tempted to do this one because this is probably the first map I've had that's had a significant amount of water. But there's no iron. And I really need iron. I'm gonna reroll. Yep. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe a little bit of hang up there. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a source of coal. Brilliant. though not always necessary, because you can make kilns in this game, which is something that they used to use in the olden days to make charcoal. What they used to do is they used to put fire into what it was essentially they put wood into essentially a oven, and they set it on fire, and it produced charcoal. A lot of trees, good. A bit of hill, iron ore, fantastic. This is probably going to be, and there's a source of water. This gets better and better. Now, let's have a look at our desirability. Actually, let's go with water. So the darker the blue, the more water. Redder it is, less water. Pretty straightforward. Now, we kind of want to have... We don't need iron that early on. We need to survive mainly. And there's some good resources over here. Like, there's a ton of good resources. Let's have a look at fertility. Yeah, that's a lot of great fertility. And we need a good source of wood, which is right here. You know what? I know putting it on the hill isn't the greatest of ideas. You know something? I think we do it there, or do we do it on that empty hill? I honestly think we put the town center right there. Yes, there is a housing shortage, and yes, the firewood is low. First thing we're going to build is a hunting shack. Food production. This cabin. And we're going to slap that over here. Why over there? There's a source of boar. The great thing about a hunter's cabin as well is the circle that is highlighted around it. Once it's built, you can actually move it as necessary, so that the hunter will hunt anything that is within that circular dome, but they will always return to that hunting lodge. So the next thing we want to do is I'm going to start laying down the foundations of the infrastructure around our town center. Let's extend that out to about there. Let's extend this road out about there. Wait for the rest of this to be cleared. I'm going to fast forward this. Now I'll probably be doing a lot of jump cuts as time goes round. There'll be a lot of doing this, staring, waiting for something to happen. Like that tree to fall. Alright, we now have just built our town centre. The next thing we're going to do, because this is one of the most important thing, is we're going to build a firewood splitter. And I am thinking of putting that here like so. And we're going to prioritize that one as well. Okay, now that that's built, we need houses for our denizens. I'm thinking 8 would do for the time being. So let us go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably do 7 and 8. Alright, so we've got one person working on chopping wood. Perfect. I love how I've prioritized this one, and they've gone ahead and built 2 other huts. Whilst this is happening, I'm going to build a well. Resources. So we want to put one probably out here. And I'm going to join up these roads. And the reason why you want to put roads in is because that your citizens actually travel faster on them, and you can later upgrade them to be stone, and your citizens not only get more health benefits for them being stone, but they also move even faster on them. Alright, let's speed this up. Alright, so whilst this is all this is being done, the next thing we're going to do or build a foraging shack. That's under food production. Foraging shack. And there'll be a lot of stuff to be foraged out here, like us. Will probably be out more like that. Perfect. Dehydration Prioritize. We shall not have anyone die just yet. There you go. Order. Accept them. And we are probably going to build another well over here. Next thing we're going to build, we need storage to put our food in. So we need a stockyard. And I am going to be putting it, yeah, about here. Oh dear, that's not good. Well, we'll get back to that in a moment. In the meantime, we will probably want a fishing shack. So we need to re-scout out this lake over here. And the next thing we're going to do, we don't want it in the fertile area, is we want to build a graveyard. So I am going to do this, and that is going to be what we're going to be harvesting. And he seems to have driven the predator off. Killed it. Excellent. We want to prioritize that as well. We're losing a lot of people to this predator. That's a little bit on the frustrating side. Okay, we are now probably wanting to build a graveyard for all of our newly dead denizens. And so with it we shall. Let's build graveyard. Amenities and services, graveyard. Now this game doesn't have any form of religion in it, which I think is a good thing. Not because I don't think my people shouldn't have a religion, but they, the developer, didn't wish to play favoritism of one religion or another, so they went without a religion altogether. Now we've just got into winter. We have enough wood to the point that I'm going to actually cancel the building production of wood, so we've actually got stuff to be able to build stuff with. That is wood. And what we're going to do is the building has no food. What do you mean you have no food? Food stocks are low. Well, who's not? Right, we're going to build a road to the forager's shack, who should be producing food, and they died because they were attacked by predators. Oh, bottoms. That is not good. That is really not good. Should have been paying attention to that. Oh good, we survived the winter. Cool. Get on to that harvesting of goods. You're unhappy because you're starving. We are going to now build a crop field. The way we do that is we go down to here. We go to food production. We go crop field, and we're probably going to make it its max, which is 12 by 12, and we're going to prioritize it. This will not be ready for this year's crops, it'll be ready for next year's. And we are going to now also build another hunter's cabin. We really need the food. Yeah, so as I was saying before with the circle, what I can now do is I can actually shift this around like so. That catchment area, that's the words I was looking for. Catchment area. We're also going to build a saw pit, which we're going to probably place about here. Why there? Well, it's just outside of the coal. We are also going to go and build a storehouse, because we really need some of this stuff to get on board. And I'm probably going to stick that right here. We're probably going to have something set up over here. Alright, these guys haven't found any game for a while, so we're going to move this out to here. And I'm going to build another forager's hut, because I think we're going to be living on vegetables and roots for some time. About here. Prioritize that, get that built, we can get some food. Come on team, we shouldn't have... Come on, grab these nuts before, don't take that out of context. Before winter sets in. Okay, this guy hasn't found any form of hunting, so we're going to move this circle again out to here. Hopefully you can grab... Oh look, food. Now food up the top doesn't mean we've got one, it's 1 month of food being stored in public storages, so we probably need to get on to making a root cellar as well, which I will probably build right now. A little bit on the expensive side, but totally worth getting early on, I reckon, in my opinion. I'm gonna build another hunting lodge down this way. Being attacked by predators and the hunters can't find anything to hunt. Seems legit. Oh dear. There is an evil predator out here. So we're going to also now build a new hunting lodge to hunt him. Sounds brilliant. Oh dear. Excellent. Got a source of food. That is brilliant. Root cellar. We're only going to go for... We don't want preserves. We don't need smoked fish because smoked fish last longer than regular fish. We don't need nuts, fungus, or anything else for that matter. We will probably need way more people on this. Stockyard, yes. Storehouse. I do not wish for you to have any food in it whatsoever. You need to be in the root cellar. Anything else is fine. Fair game. Crops ready for a slime. Oh, brilliant. Okay, we're probably looking at doing for the first year. Yes, second year we're going to till it over, and we're going to, do we have rye? No, we're probably going to have carrot. We have time for, I do. Then the third year we're going to have some leeks. And we're then going to turn it over a second time. And we're probably going to move this down. Move that down. Now what you see here with the soil mixture, what you can do is when you unlocked clay and you're harvesting clay and sand, you can actually add soil mixture or clay and sand to the soil to make the yield more yieldy for your planned crops. Okay, so next thing we want to do is we need to find a source of willow, which of herbs. Lots of herbs. Go and scout a bit more. I am also going to build a fence around the farm, and the reason being is wild animals are attracted to said food. So if we just build the road and then build a fence around it, we need another source of water. Build one over here. That's fine. Prioritize it. Everyone can be happy. Got 2 new villagers immigrating. Hope they enjoy their stay with us in Fire Caton. Fletcher building. Won't do that. Oh, yes. We need to do that. First we need a compost yard. And we are going to build this here. And then we're going to build the Fletcher's yard around about here. Let's build a tannery right next door to the compost yard. Call it Stink Street or something. Basket shop, and let's put that there. And then we are going to build a cobbler shop right behind them. I knew I shouldn't have put those crops in just yet. It was too late in the season. Smokehouse. Now the smokehouse is better to be near both sources of food income and foraging. So we're just going to stick this about here like so. Build a road up to here. Same again on this side. We've got Geralt. A lot of Rivia though. And we are now going to go market. Villagers love a good market, so we're going to stick it as close as we can. And we're also going to build a road around the outside. The graveyard. Alright, they should be now growing some carrots. Heat stress. Oh, come off it. Oh, we need to do some rejigging here. What is your heat tolerance? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, so we should be planting carrots where we've got the... Hooray! New villager born. Named Felder. 4 new villagers have immigrated. That is excellent. Rabies. Oh no, that's not good. But we need to start building some hide coats then, which relies on these being built. So as we can see, I've been upgrading the road with stone. Boom. That was the last one being put on. That'll make the people happy. Right, the other thing we're going to do now is we're going to build another one of these crop farms. The reason why I'm building it where I'm about to build it is because if we go to utility, dark green equal good. That's the reason why we're building it there. We've just survived our 4th winter and we're moving into our 5th year. We have 4 new villagers immigrate to our township of Firekitten. We now have enough. We now don't have enough. What do we need? Market. We need to just build the market, which will be over here, and we'll be able to upgrade to tier 2, which I might do in between this episode and the next. However, that is all we have time for today. I have been your host, Sophia Kent. Until next time, take care.